There are two types of sessions in BokehPix: proofing sessions and final sessions. The final session are those where you allow clients to download digitals and order prints. You can build a final session either on the calendar by selecting Client Photography Session and filling in the required fields, or using the search bar where you can select Add Session, or you can use the navigation bar, dropping down the sessions and opening it up. Let's do that. Here you can select from existing sessions or start a new one. Enter the required fields such as the client name, the name of the session, and most importantly, the type, where you're going to enter either a final or proof. Give the session an appointment date for your emails, a location, and a category. The category will assist you with defaults for packages. Once you select a category, default price packages become available. You can select from unlocking all digitals to only unlocking a limited number to then charging for additionals or charging for all. You can also allow not to have digital downloads. You can extrapolate from your defaults by building out packages specific to individual sessions. Very useful for repeat clients. You're all finished with the basics. Let's save the session to see what's available now. Here we'll see new tabs become available once you click Save. Specifically invoicing, contracts, and you can view email histories. All three of these actions can also be taken using what's called a workflow. You can start a workflow process at any time. We'll review that a little later. Let's start by making a new invoice. You can establish due dates, memos at the end of the invoice document, discounts, the name of the discount, as well as many items inside the invoice as you wish, which will be added up at the end. In this case, let's make an outdoor session deposit for $150. We'll send that invoice right away. Once the invoice goes off, it will be resulted in an open state, and the client will receive an email, which you can send a reminder if necessary or void. Now let's go ahead and send an email reminder of the appointment itself. We're going to use a template that has attachments already embedded, as well as a lot of database fields which describe the session. You can modify this with other database fields using the wrench icon. Once the email is satisfactory, you can go ahead and preview it to see what it would look like and send it off when you're ready. You can also save this template for future use. The email was a success. We can go to the email history to review that transaction. Lastly, let's create a contract. First, select your contract template you want to use for the session and start a contract process, which brings up the defaulted email for that. Send the email off, and the contract will be embedded inside of it. All three of these actions we did individually, but you can also use a workflow process to do them all at once. Select from already created templates, and notice that I have an email, a contract, and an invoice inside of a workflow, which I can start at any time and initiate all three actions with one click. The choice is yours. Once your session is completed, you're ready to upload your images after you've edited them. Select the Images tab, pull all of your images over, and make sure you click Upload Images to Session. You'll be allowed to upload more images later or remove them as necessary. The loading icon will tell you which image you are on. Make sure to not interrupt this process as you may not fully load the digitals. Once they are all loaded, you can review them and then take other actions on them. If you wish to set an icon, for example, on the home page for the client, you can set that image icon this way by clicking the checkbox and marking it. You can also scramble the image order, or you can stamp watermarks on the preview images to prevent downloads from directly on your website. To adjust this watermark, go to your account settings and the images. You are ready to invite the client to their new session. Select the Build Email action, select a valuable template, adjust if necessary, and then send it out. It should contain a hyperlink to the actual URL. That URL will allow anyone that clicks it to access this gallery. You can review your email invitations in the email history. If at any time you want to review the session yourself, you can always jump to the hyperlink. The client will experience the portal in the way you set it up, starting with the landing page. They can enter their gallery, review previous orders, and start interacting with their photos. The message will be displayed at the top that you provided, and now they can start purchasing digitals based on the packages you set up. These should be added to the cart, and once purchased, will allow photos to become unlocked one at a time. Alternatively, they can order prints at the same time and place those in the cart as well. More information on how to control your inventory is located in another help guide. They can review the cart here, make changes, and note that all digital downloads in the cart are specific to the session that they purchased it for. So you cannot purchase downloads for other sessions. There are actions as well that they can take advantage of, including instructions on how to download images, previewing historical orders, their account settings, and they can also go back to other sessions you may have done with them in the past.